Fam, what's going on? Good morning to everybody out there in the world. It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. It's Thursday, January 16th. Can I get a roll tide up inside the comment box? Thank you very much for joining us today on the show. We got T up in the house.
Good morning, everyone.
We got T up in here today. We got something different lined up for you today. Yesterday, we were talking after the whole Carson Beck deal. Did you guys see this thing with Carson Beck? T, did you remember this?
Yes.
I guess it happened yesterday on the show.
Yeah, it did.
Right? All right. So while we were talking about Carson Beck and then after, I even thought about doing a video on Carson Beck. And I was like, that's so stupid. I don't even want to go there because I thought it was so preposterous, in terms of Carson Beck coming to Alabama. So I decided not to put a video. I didn't want to waste my time. But then what I put my time towards was building a roster using $20 million. So coming this summer or in the next season or whatever, schools will be allowed to use some of the university's money, like a percentage, to be able to pay their roster. And then on top of that, add some NIL. So what I did was I took $20 million just to keep it simple, just to keep the math simple. And then what I did was I paid a roster of 85 players. I know the scholarship numbers could jump to 105. I kept it $20 million, paying 85 players. All right. So where I have Alabama right now in terms of roster numbers is 80. So there's a couple spots that are open, but it'll be interesting to see how this just worked out playing with $20 million. I don't think I would imagine if Alabama, when this really happens, Alabama probably has 16 million, $17 million to play with. But anyways, it'll be fun. So we're going to talk about that on the show and just have a good time with it. So thank you very much for joining today on Bama Football on YouTube. Other items we'll go over. We'll briefly hit on this Carson Beck, stupidity or whatever you want to call it. I want to ask you inside the comment box, who do you think will be the first freshman to play, legitimately play this season? Right. Be thinking about that on the short show. We took a look at next year's quarterbacks in college football, and I'd be curious to get your take too. Who do you think will be the best quarterback in college football? And then I was thinking about this. Mo Lindquist, Alabama's defensive secondary coach now. He put DBU. So I started thinking about, I was like, well, who's the best returner on defense coming back? I know you got Deontay Lawson, who was injured, but is he the best returner coming back? Is it Damani Jackson? I don't know. So all that and more today right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Please let me know where you guys are watching from inside the comment box. Let me give a couple shout outs to the people that are watching our fine program this morning. We got 151 up in the house. Alyssa, what's going on? Nick, Daniel Adams. Daniel Adams, this name always makes me think of a presidential name somehow. I don't know why.
Samuel Adams.
Yeah, I guess so. If you're of age, I'm not a beer drinker, but I guess the Oktoberfest, there's a Sam Adams,
Sam
October,
Adams.
that is very popular among people. I've never, I've of course I've had it. I can't remember the taste, but I know that's very popular. Jeff Stapleton, what's up? Jeff Stapleton has been around he's one of the OG followers. Eli D, what's up? Robert Powell, what's going on? Max Tooney is always up in the house. Chris Waltman, what's up, man? You stay relentless up in there. Case is talking about, what's up, Yo-Yo? Oh, I thought you were talking about the Yo-Yo man, who we talked about just the other day. Kelvin, what's up? Good morning to you. Javion, good morning as well. Brandon, what's up, man? Roll Tide by the Tidal Wave. And Scott Stewart, not Stuart Scott, man. Remember Stuart Scott? Oh, my goodness. Stuart Scott left us way too early. Still miss his whole personality on ESPN. Kimberly, I think I see you up in the house. Skylar and everybody else inside the undefeated. And Bruce is coming to us from Texas, man. What's up? I thought you said for some reason I saw Texas and I saw Texas Roadhouse.
That sounds good.
What is better? Can we put up a poll real quick? What is better, Outback or Texas Roadhouse? You guys chew on that inside the comment box as we kick off the show. Texas Roadhouse versus Outback and a little morning poll to get the story. I'm going, look, I always hate to say what I'm going to vote for because I don't know, you guys are following me, but I don't want to dilute the poll. T, what are you going? Now we have the poll up right now. Which is better, Outback or Texas Roadhouse? Texas Roadhouse off with the fast slam dunk. You know what? Those biscuits are
the rolls.
Yeah,
I've only been there one time and it was amazing. It was I'd say
but you
on
can't
par with Outback for sure.
But you can't get inside Texas Roadhouse here in Tuscaloosa.
Well, Outback's pretty covered up usually too here.
I know, but it's impossible to get to Texas
We can,
Roadhouse.
yeah, we can get at the bar at least, like 2 seats at the bar.
All right, I'm gonna go with Outback. I'm gonna go with Outback Steakhouse. I mean, I know that I like. I don't know. It reminds me of like growing up for whatever reason. We had an Outback in Santa Fe. I always saw it as like almost like high end dining. I guess we never really went to like fancy steakhouse, but it's nice. I like it. T and I still go there.
Yeah.
We both have the filet is killer. So okay, I'm going with Outback. What does the poll say right now?
It's 50-50.
Oh shit, let's
No,
go
Outback.
Outback.
Ooh, it keeps. Yeah, Outback's ahead by
Oh,
1%.
oh, and then look, we have some people chiming in from about Longhorn.
Oh, I like My mom really likes
Does she?
Longhorn. Yeah.
All right, let's take Dale out to Longhorn Steakhouse. All right, Tatum, what's up? Okay, this Carson Beck deal. All right, now the meat of the show is going to be building this roster. I already beat it up. I already built it up. I already put all the graphics together for $20 million. I'm going to show you where I put that $20 million, paying 80 different players. And I have 5 spots open because I think Alabama has 5 spots available. But this whole Carson Beck deal, number one, we started thinking about it and talking about it. So in case you missed it, I'm sure you saw it. Carson Beck, I guess, was reached out to Alabama. That was quickly debunked by like everybody who knows everything about Alabama football, right? I didn't buy it because it just sounded stupid. Like Alabama wouldn't, why would they go after Carson Beck? The other thing was that I think someone posted on the side of the comment box, as well as T, is when he entered the transfer portal, he had like a do not contact, right? Which meant that he knew exactly where he was going to already, which was Miami, which is Miami. And I guess his girlfriend goes to Miami or whatever. So whatever. It was completely crazy. And then following that, you had Quinn Ewers announce that he's going to the NFL. So 2 transfer quarterbacks that are not coming to Alabama. So if you're worried about a guy coming in, it's not going to be Carson Beck or Quinn Ewers, which is fine. So rest easy if that was keeping you up at night. Someone's talking about the Weston Sizzlin. I thought someone was talking about the Sizzler. I never had a Sizzler. Was there a Sizzler? Did that really exist?
Yeah, I think it did, but I've never had it.
Yeah, we never had a Sizzler. I don't even know what that is.
And I'm seeing a lot of Quincy's. I don't know what that is.
What is Quincy's? Is that like a Southeast thing? Quincy's was a buffet.
Well, maybe it was.
No, okay, let us know. I have no idea what those was. Texas Roadhouse, this poll is one of the best polls that we've had so far. It is 50-50. Texas Roadhouse keeps hitting the layup to pull ahead.
Yeah.
You know what? It's the rolls, those rolls. Because look, I'll tell you this. Outback is great for what it is. But if the Outback bread sucks.
Yeah, I mean, if you're judging on the bread, it's Texas
Roadhouse. Yeah, I know. We're talking just steaks. But I'm just saying those rolls are that good. I'm telling you. All right. And I don't know why a restaurant ranch is always better than other ranch.
Now, Outback does have really good ranch.
I know they do.
I like their tangy tomato too.
I don't know if I like that tangy tomato.
But it's like a French dressing, I guess. That's basically all it is.
All right. Cell has it. Longhorn, Texas Roadhouse, Outback. Damn. So we missed.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I guess we missed on putting Longhorn. What are other steakhouses that we're not?
There's one more that I can't. There's Longhorn, and there's another one. What's the other one that's like it? Logan's?
No, Logan's. Is Logan's one? I know.
Is it not?
I think isn't Logan's Longhorn? All right. There's no more Red Lobster here in Tuscaloosa. So true story.
No, there's a Logan's Roadhouse.
I swear, I promise you. Okay. I took the kids a couple years ago to Red Lobster. You know where this is if you lived in Tuscaloosa. It's right on McFarland. You know where this is, T, right?
Yes.
It's right by the Jersey Mike's that we hit up sometimes. So I take Kaden and Lacey to to Red Lobster. It was their first time going there. And look, my brother worked at Red Lobster for a long time in New Mexico. But this is my first experience in Tuscaloosa. So we roll up to Red Lobster. I kid you not. The lady who came to see us, T, she had a dog collar on. A dog collar with spikes.
Oh, Red Lobster?
Yes. And that's when I knew. I was like, oh, man, this place.
Come on.
Well, I mean, no, that wasn't the experience that I grew up with. I didn't know like what it changed. It was crazy. Kids were like, what the hell's going on?
Experience you grew up with Red Lobster.
Yeah. It was different. Now, I'll tell you what, the only rolls that are better than the Texas Roadhouse
Yeah, Max,
rolls
she was definitely goth.
were the Red Lobster rolls.
The cheese biscuits.
Yes, the Red Lobster cheese
I'm pretty
biscuits.
sure you can get that at Publix though.
No, it's not the same. The Red
Okay.
Lobster rolls were better than the Texas, and which is crazy to say, but it was. They were.
I don't know. I really like that honey butter
Does
stuff.
Red Lobster still exist anywhere?
I
Or are
don't
they
know.
completely dead?
I don't know.
The
I think
rolls
it
were
went
look, you can say what you
bankrupt.
want about Red Lobster, but the rolls were amazing. All right. Those are the things that left like our past. It's like Red Lobster, Blockbuster.
No, red. Oh no, that's just
So all
Tuscaloosa.
there is someone Philip is saying that they're here in
Yeah,
Arkansas.
I think that they still have a
All
couple.
right. Okay, so here's my roster. So this is what I did was I got $20 million and I put it into 4 tiers. All right. So I'm giving 6 players $1.3 million. I'm giving 17 players $352,000. I'm giving 26 players $113,000. And then I'm giving 37 players $94,000. Now, coming up, Alabama will be able to spend, I don't know how much, like between 16 and 20 on the football team. I don't know if this will be over a course of seasons. I have no idea how it's working, how it's going to work. But I think what college football is going to entail going forward is somehow the universities being able to pay their roster and then add on NIL money as well, legitimate NIL. Like, I don't know, Ryan Williams being sponsored by like the Talladega Raceway for like $100,000 extra. You see what I'm saying? So let's just go over what $20 million could do. I'm going to go from tier 4 to tier 1, and then I'm going to break it up by roster just to give you a snapshot of what money could look like if it was distributed to players like right now. And this is how, and then I valued it honestly. I paid players kind of how I saw them talent wise too. So here we go. We spent a little bit of time on this yesterday. I don't know. I felt like it made sense to me, but I mean, $20 million is a lot of money. I have no idea who's being really paid what, and there's no transparency in college football. And what would help if there was transparency, it would help set a market. But right now there's no market, so we have no idea who's making what. So, anyways, here we go. All right. So what I did, here's tier 4. And guys who I felt, if you had, it broke down to where you could have, let me see my chart, that you could have where's my chart? You could have, I think it was 37 players could be getting paid $100,000. Okay. That's what it came out to. And here's what it looks like on paper. Okay. So these are the players that I gave $100,000 to. Cam Howard, Daniel Hill. You can see the list of yourself. A lot of 2025 guys that just came in. The T represents a transfer that they took in, like a Arkell and Newcomb. Okay. So I figured, and that's a lot of money to still be distributing to 37 different players that are on scholarship. I currently have Alabama at 80 scholarships, but here's where I put $100,000, and each of these players would get $100,000 for just a season. It's a lot of cash, right? A lot of these players haven't even played, are just getting here, or like a Chuck McDonald, he'll get here this summer, but just a snapshot of what these players could get, right? Okay, $100,000, like $94,000 for a season. Hell yeah, right? Well, just wait. Look how much more money you can give to additional players. Okay, here's tier 3. I think this came out to like 26 players. Okay, 113,000 to each of these players within tier 3. Cole Adams all the way down to new addition like Cavante Henry and Stephen Bua. Right. I put Gino Vandermark there as well. Red Morgan, Zay Mincy. Some of these guys you can move up to tier 2 if you wanted to. But just to give you guys a snapshot, I put Austin Mack in tier 3 as well. Okay. So here's a snapshot. I'll come back to this. And then I also broke it down by position as well. Okay. And here's what tier 2 is. So tier 2 is guys who I'd pay $352,000 to. And I think this was like up to 17 different players
17.
could use this. Okay. All right. Deontay Lawson, Damani Jackson. This is kind of starting to like be your meat of the players. And I think going forward, I think this is honestly what Alabama did for this coming season, because I think they spent a lot of money to keep a lot of these defensive players. Think about this, right? Deontay Lawson coming back, Damani Jackson coming back, Justin Jefferson coming back, LT Overton coming back, Tim Keenan coming back, Dijon Lee, your 5-star coming in, right? Zabian Brown coming back, Keon Sabb coming back, Q Rob coming back, and Bray Hubbard. That's a lot of money to a lot of defensive returners. This is Theo, who's barking up in the back. Has Theo made the show?
I don't think so.
All right, let's show Theo. This is T's dog, Theo, and he's got personality. This dog is always barking. But this is our tier 2, right? So $352,000 who you could put money to. And a lot of guys are coming back. So that my tier 1 in this format, remember I have 4 formats or 4 tiers, right? Here is the players that would be making $1.3 million. Okay. And I put Isaiah Horton up here because I think he's probably your top end player that you got from the transfer portal. Okay. So tier 1 includes this. Tier 1 includes these 6 players: Ryan Williams, Caden Proctor, Keelan Russell, Ty Simpson, Jeremy Bernard, and then Jalen Mbakwe. I think, to be honest, and I have none of these numbers are accurate. None of these numbers are tied to any of these players. This is just made up from $20 million that I distributed to 80 different players. But I think what happened with Alabama football is you have this tier 1 group, and I think they moved Jalen Mbakwe to this tier 1 or tier 2 group or whatever from this offseason. And that's probably why you didn't get one of these bigger type players, because Alabama felt, which you could definitely agree with or disagree with, that Jalen Mbakwe is one of their tier 1 type players. Think about it. This was the only player that really Alabama fought to get back or made adjustments to. And you even heard Greg Byrne, he sent out probably more of a reactionary email after they kept Jalen Mbakwe, urging more people to fund Yay Alabama, right? He didn't say that about any other player other than when Jalen Mbakwe got, kind of that whole thing went, right? See, Chris from New Jersey is saying that Keelan got 3. I have no idea who got what, but Keelan Russell, he said that he was offered a ton of money by other programs, but he was like Alabama or whatever. It was about Keelan Russell probably got absolutely paid to come here, right? I mean, the Nebraska football coach, I always go to this. This says that to get a good quarterback out of the transfer portals you have to spend $2.5 million, right? So that's just what I'm thinking. And when you start to look at by position, and T, what I was going to have, if you could help me out with this, like add up the totals and then what would it be a percentage wise out of that $20 million? You see what I'm saying? So you got Ty Simpson, Keelan Russell, Austin Mack. This is what they would be making from a quarterback perspective. You'd be spending a lot of money on Ty to keep him. And let me ask you honestly, just straight up, we have no idea what we know or what the numbers really are. Who do you think is making honestly more? Who do you think is getting paid more money by Yay Alabama or the university or however these athletes are being paid? Who's making more money, Ty Simpson or Keelan Russell? And why can't we know that? Because if we knew that, then there would be transparency. Then there would be, a market cap value set. But maybe what they're doing is they're scared because they think that players are going to get their feelings hurt. Well, welcome to professional sports, right? Who do you think is making more, Keelan Russell or Ty Simpson? I think Keelan Russell for sure is making more than Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson's played in 16 games, but you got to think that Keelan Russell, being this 5-star number 1 guy coming in, is making more than Ty Simpson. Is there something wrong with that? I don't know. He's coming in. He's a 5-star. He's supposed to be the guy. But when you're paying, and what I did is I put this information to show you where $20 million could go. And you could put it together however you want. Do your own thing. This took me a while to put together, but when I started putting it on paper, I was like, damn, how are they going to allot this money to the players on the roster when they can when the university can actually put the money to the players? And then if they're paying the players, can they fire the guys? I don't know. I think Keelan Russell is making more than Ty Simpson, but that's how it goes. All right. So here's a look at the quarterback room. Here's a look at the running back room. I put Jam in that tier 2, 352,000. Richard Young, Draylon Washington, the new transfer that just came in, Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, AK Deer. I gave AK Deer more because I think that he was a bigger name running back to get in, right? RIP Bob Ecker. I see that inside the comment box. GSP Scott saying he's going to be much better than Ty, in my opinion. Yeah. That's what that's what we think because he's a 5-star guy, right? Here's a look at your wide receivers. I spent a lot of money here. I put a lot of right. I spent almost $3 million within the wide receivers, uh, almost four. What north of four because I gave Isaiah Horton a good healthy amount, and I paid Jalen Mbakwe a lot. Rico Scott, Jalen Hale, Derek Meadows, Bubba Hampton, Latsier Brooks, who's just getting here. That's what I paid the wide receivers, right? Jeff is saying Ty and Jalen basically the same quarterback. I paid them the same. I don't know if they're the same. Um, I think people absolutely want when Keelan Russell is ready for him to be the guy. Ken points out that Ty Simpson was a 5-star too. Yeah, good point out. The tight end. I didn't pay them a lot. Josh Cuevas probably maybe he deserves more. Maybe he'll get more. But this is what I paid the tight ends. Remember, I'm staying under 20 million. I have 5 players. I have room for 5 more. No more in tier 1. Tier 1 is my $1 million group. Tier 2 is 350 million or 350,000. Right? Dude, Dwight, I sat here. Remember I sat here and I was like, after I finished this program, I was like, this is it. And then I was like, now let's go crazy. And what'd you say?
I was like, maybe not today.
I was like, no, let's go by position and break this down.
Like, I'm tired.
All right, offensive lineman. This is what I did. I guess I'm spending. I would like to see the total of this too, T. If we could add this up. But like Caden Proctor, I gave him 1.3. He's my only offensive lineman in tier 1. Parker Brailsford, Jaden Roberts, Michael Carroll. I gave him a healthy amount. I would imagine that Michael Carroll. I would hope that he's versatile enough to play different positions, but I don't. A guy like that coming in, I would think can play tackle if he needed to, but certainly coming in as guard, right? Ricky Smith saying why Proctor more than the other? I think that's a damn good question. I think Proctor is like your spokesman, top end offensive lineman, future first round draft pick. You could kind of debate how he played this past year, but I think he is like your best lineman coming back along with Parker Brailsford, right? And I think he got paid because he came back from Iowa, right? Rich B, what's up? Kyle, throw into some AI and see what that creates. Yeah, Byron, this was a lot, man. And I went over and I did all the graphics this morning too. So I went through every single one. And I don't know, like some of these offensive linemen, like who would you pay into that tier 2 category? Tier 2 is 350,000. Would you pay Welcome Formby 350,000? Clint Eastwood is pointing out too much for Proctor. Yeah, I like that feedback. If you see like a player's making too much, bring him down, and then we can adjust the money. But I have 5 spaces available. So, I still have a lot of money to offer a right tackle if there was one. Pastor Kevin, what's up, man? Good morning to you. T, what's up?
So the ones that are making 1.3 million,
yeah,
that is 6.5% of the total budget.
Yeah, but I want just like the quarterback room, just by position. Okay. Yeah. Because and is this accurate? This 2.7 is that 7% of 20? I think it is. And then with the running backs, okay. The receivers, I showed you that. Offensive lineman. All right, here's a defensive lineman. I guess I need to T in on this one on this defensive lineman graphic.
The 2.7 should be 13.5%.
Okay, yeah, so we can update those percentages. Yeah, I didn't think that was right. But see this on this defensive lineman, I need to take off LT Overton because I have him on the bandit position.
Okay.
Right. Dwight's like, Kyle, you're making my head hurt, and I love math. I know this was crazy to go through. I had no idea who to pay what. How I paid the players is based off like how I see them talent wise, and then returning status or where they were in terms of if they were a new guy coming in class of 2025. I said based off like star ranking. I don't know. Who knows? Austin is saying Austin Mack is making 175,000 as of last week. Damn. I'm paying Austin Mack. I'm paying him way less than that. So Jay Baker is saying, damn, if Austin Mack is making almost a mil to be the third string, that is crazy. All right. So here's what I'm paying the defensive lineman. I'm kind of getting James Smith on the cheap right now. And same thing with Keon Keeley and new transfer, Kelby Collins. Okay. All right. The bandit position, I'm paying LT 350, Keon Keeley 113, Kelby Collins. I'm kind of hoping that one of these guys stands up, right? So I can move them along. Damn, that's a lot. If Austin Mack is really making 875, that blows my mind. The wolf position, right? I'm paying a lot to Quay Rusa. Look, Jameer and Latham, he's coming back for that same position. Then you have Yonze Pierre, Justin Hill, Cavante Henry. That's a good looking group. Probably, I don't know if Jameer and Latham's making more than that. I don't know if but I like that room, right? Okay. Kyle RS would be sending the audit notice. Inside linebackers, right? I'm paying a lot to Deontay Lawson and Justin Jefferson. Nakai Hill Green, I paid him 113 because he's a portal surfer. And here's the rest of the group. And then here is the secondary. I gave Damani Jackson 350, Dejon Lee 350 because he's a 5-star coming in. I spent a lot on the secondary. Xavier Brown 350, Bray Hubbard 350, Deshaun Jones 113, Ivan Taylor 113, Zay 113, Cam, Dre, and then McDonald 94 as well. So I don't know. I mean, again, if you miss this, here's my tier 1. Would I be paying like the guys, in my tier 1 process? I think my whole point in this is eventually college football is trying to move to where the universities can pay the players an allotted amount. We have no idea what that total amount will be. But I think once they get that money, they'll be able to distribute it, from what I understand, to the players however they want. And then to add on to that, they'll go after, like, they'll help the players, or they'll hope that the players, based off their own name, will generate additional NIL money. So let's just take Ryan Williams, for example, okay? Let's say Alabama is paying him 1.3. And if Austin Mack is making 175 already, maybe Ryan Williams is making like 7 million. We have no idea.
Wait, so we think Austin Mack is making 175?
Someone inside the comment box said that, but we don't know who's making what. Which would be crazy, which would throw off my whole chart. But let's just say, in this new model of college football, which I think they're trying to go to, let's just say Alabama is paying him through the university money $1 million. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then let's say, to add on to that, you get a sponsorship from one of Nick Saban's Ferrari dealerships, and they give him a Ferrari through, as an NIL. Ryan Williams fast, so is a Ferrari. There's 275,000, right? That's an IOU. Might want to keep that one. Does anybody know what that line's from? T doesn't know. That's 275,000. Might want to keep that one.
No, I don't think I do.
Does anybody know what's up with that? Crimson Angel, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Okay, so Dumb and Dumber, thank you. Get ate it up. Perfect. All right, so let's say $1 million from the university, $275,000 as NIL additional sponsorship from like Ferrari. And then let's say Talladega wants to sponsor him as well for an appearance. They throw him $100,000 and he has to, do a social media post, and he has to go out there to sign autographs. So now you've given him an additional, $375,000. Mm-hmm. And then he links up with a cologne or something like that. Or, the nail polish for like that his sister likes to do, something like that. Who knows? It could be anything.
Yeah. Right? What if you got an OPI sponsorship? That'd be awesome.
Who knows? I'm just saying that's how they want to stack it on to additional players. Now, anything I think over $600 has to be like investigated, and it should be. But all these players should be able to gain additional NIL, big NIL money. But now you're going to have to go to like when you're going up against Texas. What type of NIL deals are they going to be able to get for their players? Like, is there going to be like an oil company that like sponsors, I don't know, some of their players? Who the hell knows? But I don't know. It's fun to look at. So this is what I did. In case you missed it, I got $20 million to build an Alabama football roster, and I put it up until 4 tiers. T, have you found anything from uh, the data? Do we add some percentages?
Yeah, I did on the quarterbacks.
All right. So let's see. So then I did 4 tiers. 6 players get 1.3. Tier two, 17 players get 350. Tier three, and again, I made this up. Someone inside the comment box saying Austin Max getting 875,
So
which
yeah, the
throw
ones
off
that
my
get,
all my data. Go ahead, T.
the
What?
ones that get 1.3 are getting 6.5% of the like the total budget. If you have, let's see,
So is this on the quarterbacks?
I did the quarterbacks separately, like by player.
Oh, you did it by player.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow, I was thinking about as a whole group.
Gotcha. Well, as a whole group, they get 13.5%.
Wow, just on quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Huh. So short game is like Bama athletic department is in the top 5 revenue. So we got the money 100%. That's why I think right now Alabama might be, because of like the way that it's like the Wild West, they might be kind of not on the short end of the stick, but there's other programs that are beating them out. But I think in this next model, Alabama will actually be in the driver's seat a little bit more. All right, so let's see running back. Can we do running backs, T, on how much? Kind of the same breakdown. 2.7 is 13% of that 20. That's kind of what I was looking for. And here's my 6 players that I'm giving $1 million or more. I put Jalen Mbakwe there because I think somehow, Alabama fought to keep him, and rightfully so. It's hard with him because he's not a starter at receiver or defensive back, but he was the only player that you really couldn't afford to lose, which is kind of ironic, right? You couldn't afford to lose Jalen Mbakwe. They fought to keep him. You could lose. You could afford to lose Justice Haynes. You could afford to lose Justin Okoronkwo. It sucked. You could afford to lose Caleb Odom. You couldn't lose Jalen Mbakwe. The guy is too talented as a player, right? So here's my running back room, and then here's my receiver room. So overall, this whole new world of college football, I think will actually benefit Alabama. So if college football lately has been pissing you off in terms of like guys going for bags and just the pay for play, yeah, that's still going to exist for the most part. But Alabama is going to be on the top end now, along with probably like, I don't know, 10 other programs. So I think things will kind of within like the next like 3 years, you'll start to see kind of guardrails kind of come together with schools that are up in the top, I don't know, 5-10% of the revenue model. And you'll be able to, the university will be able to pay the players and then add on NIL deals. I was thinking about this too, but see, this is going to be an interesting thing. Yeah, so the problem will be jealousy. I think jealousy will definitely exist 100%, right? But I think let's just say that the university now we're talking the university overall. Let's say that they have the university budget has $20 million to give to their student athletes. 20 million. Okay. Well, I would imagine that 90% of that money goes to the football program, right? And then you have 10%. You got to pay your basketball team too. So maybe you get 7% of that and you pay your basketball program. Now you have 3% left to pay your other sports. Is that enough? I don't know. But I was thinking about this. I was like, damn, well, what's going to happen like baseball or softball? Well, what I was thinking about, well, here's where you have your big companies come in to be a sponsor of that entire team. What if the baseball team, just hear me out, or the softball team, what if the softball team is getting like, I don't know, 1.5% of this, 20 million? And yeah, Max Tooney, 100%. I think Olympic sports are definitely on the clock. But wait, but what if like Mercedes comes in for the softball team and is like, look, okay, each of the women on the softball team is getting, I don't know, $75,000. I have no idea if that number even makes sense. But let's say that Mercedes is like, we will sponsor all the players and the baseball and the softball stadium in like a $500,000 sponsorship deal. So now, remember when you started to see like logos in the outfield? like or logos on jerseys. Well, what if it's the Alabama softball team sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa? I don't know. So yeah, Rich B's talking about imagine having to split that money with the 2017 squad. And that's the truth. You're gonna have to split up this money and have to be very creative. And maybe that's maybe a better way is not to tell everybody what everybody's making. Otherwise, players are gonna want to jump into different tiers. Like for example, like right now, if you really had it based on these tiers, and let's say you're paying Jalen Hell in like tier 3, and you're paying Jalen Mbakwe in tier 1, can you imagine what would happen? I don't know. Interesting to think about. I have, I have no idea what's going to happen and who's going to make what, but I wanted to get $20 million and just see what I could do. So there's that. I wanted to ask you too, who do you think will be the first freshman to play significant snaps on this team? What I'm going to do too, I ran out of time. I'm going to put the money value with the projected starting offense too, to show you how much money I would be spending on Alabama's offense, for example. Okay, so let's get some early votes, and then we'll make a poll out of it. Did we already end the Outback poll?
Yeah.
Who won?
Not Outback. What's Texas Roadhouse? I couldn't think of the name.
Texas Roadhouse beat out. Okay, I could totally see that.
I think it was like 56% to whatever 40.
Damn, what a good poll. Okay, all right. So Michael Carroll, Dejon Lee. All right, so let's put another poll up. T.
Okay.
Who will be the first freshman to see significant snaps this 2025 season? It's far away. It's the eye can see. Ricky Smith is saying Michael Carroll at right tackle. I would imagine the guy looks huge. Maybe you experiment with him at tackle. I don't know if he could play tackle. I can't remember his highlight tape if he played tackle at high school, but you got to think somebody of that size and with the athleticism that he had. I'm really excited about Michael Carroll. Okay, so let's put Michael Carroll, Dejon Lee. Mm-hmm. Let's put another option, number 3. No freshman will play significant snaps. This year, I think, and what I mean by like significant snaps is I'm talking about like Xavier Brown and Ryan Williams. Those guys absolutely played, right? I'm starting to think it's going to be a Michael Carroll landslide. And let's just throw on Keelan Russell. Those are our 3 guys. And then put another option.
I can only do
4. Yeah. All right, let's see what happens. I think I would say probably Michael Carroll, Keelan Russell, Dejon Lee, just because you have so many returning guys in the secondary, right? Michael Carroll's got to be the obvious choice. But you do return so many guys on each side of the football. I mean, honestly, if a freshman is going to start, let's just say Michael Carroll doesn't start and Keelan Russell doesn't start, there's no other places for a freshman to start on offense. There's really not. All your other positions are accounted for. And same thing on defense. Like, who's unless Dejon Lee jumps, I guess, Xavier Brown, or somehow is the third corner at that nickel position, there might not be any there's no like kicker coming in. I guess the other one we could have put is the punter, Alex Osproff, right?
Yeah.
Who will be the punter this year? Didn't Alabama could we have the Colorado School of Mines guy, right?
Yeah.
Versus Alex Osproff? Do we have a punter position battle?
I don't know.
I think we might. I love punter position battles. Ooh, Jay Bake saying Ivan Taylor.
Oh yeah. Huh.
No, but okay, yeah, because I guess. But Keon Sabb and Bray Hubbard returning at safety; those should be your safeties. We have the best Russian punter, Alex Osproff. I don't know what the surname is. Is that Russian? T. Asproff?
Sounds very Russian.
I'm probably butchering it, unfortunately. What is it? How would you say it, T?
Asproff.
Huh.
No, we looked this up one time. It's like Asparahov or something. Asparahov.
Can we type? Okay. type in the name and then let's have Google read it. Asperov. How do you spell it?
That is another question.
All right, there we go. I got it. All right. I have it on this other screen. Let's see if you guys can hear it as well. Sounds Russian. I don't know if it's Russian. Can you guys? I don't even think you guys can hear this. Let's see. I'm gonna just have the computer read it off. See what it just sounds like. Just
Asperov.
Asperov. Huh. I have no idea.
Asperov. Yeah.
But it sounds like we probably have. It could be German. I don't know. Yeah. Man. So another name I can't pronounce, dude. You know what, Jeff? So many of these names as of late. Like one of the names I was stressing out. Like there's nothing worse than getting like a transfer in, and it's just like you have no idea what the name is. For example, like when the Ball State Arkwell
and Newgum.
But thank goodness when you can hit the pronunciation. So if you're ever having trouble out there, just go to the official roster and click there's like a little ear and they'll say the name for you. So that's why I got used to saying Arkwell and Newgum. So only Crimson Raider. Y'all need to watch more NFL hockey. Yo, you know what? Crimson Raider, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. Has anybody seen this? There is a YouTube channel that is dedicated to, I think it's in Minnesota. So he covers Minnesota high school hockey and he does an all hair team. Okay. And the players come out and they basically like he reads the names and they have like an all hair team. Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah. That's all he does. Kyle, I couldn't say that Tua's last name, Tua Tongo Vailoa. It took us a long time. And that Tua's first name is not Tua.
Yeah, it's like a lot longer than that.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Tua Tonga Vailoa. So coming up, we have the college football playoffs, which will be on Monday. Right. We'll talk more about that. Maybe we'll do predictions tomorrow. There's a lot of people that say they don't care, they're not watching. T, what's your level of interest on this game? Notre Dame, Ohio State.
I don't know. Like it's mid to sort of interested.
I've been saying that a lot lately. Mid. I mean, I had like
with the kids.
Yeah. That's how I've been saying it. This mid. I'm excited about it. Not like overly excited about it, but I'm interested to see it.
I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Who's the best returner on defense? Who's the best returner on defense? That could be our next poll. Michael Carroll. Let's get some options in.
Okay.
Or 46% are say Michael Carroll. Makes most sense. All right. Best returner. Okay, you know what? James Smith played in over 300 snaps. Okay, Deontay Lawson, I think, would be clearly, graded it. Quay Rusak. Okay, definitely got to add him. All right, so let's add Deontay Lawson. Let's do another poll. Deontay Lawson, Quay Rusak. Rich B say not Lawson. Okay, add why? Is it because he got injured? How about Damani Jackson, LT Overton?
Okay.
Let's take out Deontay Lawson because he got injured.
Okay.
Okay.
LT Overton, Quay, Damani.
Yeah.
You can add one more.
Bray Hubbard. Did we added LT, right?
Yeah. LT, Quay Russo.
There's a lot of returning starters. Jackson. Oh, Tim Keenan.
So
you can't add him. I know. You can only have 4. Just add those 4 and let's see what happens.
Bray instead of Keenan. I think Keenan over Bray. I don't know. Or over Russo.
I don't know. James Smith seems to be
James. We didn't
a dark horse. Just add Bray Hubbard. It's tough to do, but let's see it. Okay, let's see what happens. All right. So best returner on defense. We're just missing the cut. Tim Keenan and who else? I think Tim Keenan and
James Smith.
And we didn't add Deontay Lawson for I don't know why we didn't add him.
Deontay Lawson. Yeah, because someone said not to.
I was gonna vote for Damani Jackson. But damn, you know what? I say that. Actually, I'll vote for Quay. I'm going Quay, LT, Damani. Damn, you got some really good returners. I think LT probably. Cortez, what's up, man?
I'm gonna go with Damani.
He's got 6.5 interested in the playoffs. Okay, that's above mid. Bray Hubbard. Bray Hubbard he's Should we get a Bray Hubbard jersey? I want. Okay, I need this year. I need like a Jam Miller hoodie. I need it because I got the Ryan Williams, Bray Hubbard something, and then I want a what other player? How about I want like a Tim Keenan something. North Alabama Storm Chase. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, dog's doing good. I think she's in here somewhere. Peach is in
Do you
here.
want us? Do you want her?
Yeah, yeah. Where's Pearl at? Let's do a Pearl update. Max Tooney's not going to be happy until you get a tackle. And that, I mean, can you imagine when we have a tackle? We're going to have 24-hour coverage when we have. Here's Pearl. Pearl can't play tackle. Pearl's more like a. Here's Pearl. She's doing well. She had a really good. She's had her best week. 2 blood transfusions, pancreatitis, you name it, she had it. So the emergency vet, Still City in Tuscaloosa or in Birmingham, I'm sorry. Actually in Hoover, that they saved her life, 100%. So she's doing really great. She's doing fine. She's on chicken and rice and doing everything. Could you bring up Peach now? We get Peach. So what's happening if you had dogs, right? Because now Pearl, all she's eating is chicken and rice. So the other dogs have figured out. They're like, well, damn, like this is what I'm going to, this is how we're eating. So this dog has bulked up. Look at this. Look at this beast. So this is Peach. Peach is swole. Look at this dog. So oh Nick, yeah, I still have my Lank shirt. Yeah, I have a Lank shirt. This is Peach. She is diesel like and so she is probably the most athletic. So she's like Derrick Henry, this dog. Seriously, she can jump out the roof, she can bulldoze over, she can fly through walls. Okay, so next up we got one more dog in the office. All right. So the next dog, this is T's dog. Okay. This dog. All right. This is Theo. Theo is 400 years old. We are taking bids right now for Theo. We will start at. Should we start the bidding at? So I have to tell you. So this dog, Theo, he's a Jack Russell. He's a long-haired Jack Russell, and this dog is a genius. Seriously, he's the smartest dog. But the French bulldogs beat him up. So those are our dogs. All right, he is super smart. All right, well that's the show today, right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys joining. Tomorrow I think we might do some score predictions for Notre Dame and Ohio State. And as news happens, like I said yesterday, I thought about doing a different video on Carson Beck, but I just thought the information was so stupid that I didn't even want to chase it because it just made no sense to me. Like the Quinn Ewers one, I thought it was a little bit more interesting because I feel he's a pretty good quarterback. But like Carson Beck, there's no way that Alabama would reach out to him. Now, is Alabama going to go to the transfer portal for a quarterback? I don't think so. I honestly feel that they're going to give these guys an opportunity to battle it out for the starting spot. And you have a great one coming in with Keelan Russell, and you have somebody who's played the long game in Ty Simpson. So that's going to be your quarterback. All right. So I appreciate you guys, and I'm open to all feedback regarding the $20 million. You get $20 million, show me how you would build your roster. There's a lot of work that went into that. So it was just something fun to do. Have a great day. Please support all the great content creators out there. There's a lot of amazing people doing some amazing work. And as news happens, like major news, we'll be back live, or we'll create videos that coincide with those topics. So thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Be safe. Be good people. And we will catch you soon right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Thanks for watching today. See ya.